Ernest. What's a bachelor? He's nothing. A mere chrysalis. He can't be said to live. He just exists.
What a delightful institution marriage is. Why have we wasted all this time? Why didn't we get married 10 years ago?
Oh, because you couldn't find anybody nice enough.
Because you were waiting for us.
I suppose that was the reason. We were waiting for you without knowing it. Hello?
Buenos dias.
Oh, if this gentleman's an undertaker, it's a bad omen.
A ceremony of some sort going on?
He is an undertaker. No, just a little family gathering. Nothing in your line.
Ah, somebody's birthday, I suppose.
Yes, mine.
And mine.
And mine.
Oh, and mine.
Curious coincidence, and how old may you all be?
Well, that's a rude question. But about 10 minutes.
Remarkably fine children. Remarkably fine.
Oh. Oh, no.
You weren't thinking.
No. What comes next? Remarkably fine children.
Remarkably fine.
But surely you are jesting? No, I already said
In
that.
other words, no, you just said remarkably fine children, but surely you are jesting.
But surely you are jesting.
In other words, we were married 10 minutes ago.
Married? You can't be married.
Oh, yes, we're married.
What? Both of you?
Oh,
This is going to be awkward. Oh.
you weren't thinking of either of us for yourself, were you?
That's mine.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Tessa says that, doesn't she?
Yeah. What do I think? You
Yeah,
weren't
say-
thinking of either of us, I suppose.
No, Janetta, you just say you don't mind, I suppose,
you
and then
don't mind.
Tessa takes that line.
Yes. You don't mind, I suppose.
Yes. You were not thinking of either of us for yourself, I presume. Giuseppe laughed! He was! Broken-hearted!
No, I wasn't.
Now, my man, if your curiosity's satisfied, there's nothing in your line today.
Oh, you mustn't call me your man. It's a liberty. I don't think you know who I am.
Not we. We are jolly gondoliers, the sons of Baptisto Palmieri, the leader of the last revolution. Republicans, heart and soul. We hold all men to be equal. As we abhor oppression, we abhor kings. As we detest vainglory, we detest rank. As we despise effeminacy, we despise wealth. We are Venetian gondoliers, your equals in everything, except our calling, in that we're both your masters and your servants.
How unfortunate. One of you may be Battisto's son, for anything I know to the contrary. But the other is no less a personage than the only son and heir of the late King of Barataria.
What?
And I trust it was that one who slapped me on the shoulder and called me his man.
Not theirs.
Yeah.
But which is it?
What does it matter? As you are both Republicans and hold kings in detestation, you'll abdicate at once. Adios.
No. When we say, of course, that we detest kings, I mean we detest bad kings.
I see. It's a delicate distinction.
Oh, yes, quite so. Now, I can conceive of a king, an ideal king, the king of my fancy would be absolutely unobjectionable. A king, for instance, who would make everything cheap, abolish taxes and make everything cheap, except gondola.
Yes, and give many free entertainments among the gondoliers.
And set off fireworks on the Grand Canal and engage all the gondolas for the occasion.
And scramble money upon the Rialto for all the gondoliers.
Such a king would be a blessing to his people. And if I were a king, that's the kind of king I would be.
And so would I.
Come! I'm glad to find your objections are not insuperable.
Or not insuperable.
No, they're not insuperable.
No.
Oh, besides, we are open to conviction.
Yes, they are open to conviction.
Oh, they've often been convicted.
Our views?
Our views may have been hastily formed, ill-digested, erroneous. I've a very poor opinion of a politician.
Yes.
I have a very poor opinion of a politician who isn't open to conviction.
Yes. He's a
fine. That's the politician. He's a fine
He's a
fellow.
fine-
Oh, he's a fine fellow, but you say that to Janetta.
Yeah.
He's a fine fellow.
That's the sort of politician for my money.
Good. Then we'll consider it settled. Now, as the country is in a state of insurrection, it is absolutely necessary that you should assume the reins of government at once. And until it is ascertained which of you is to be king, I have arranged that you will reign jointly, so that no question can arise hereafter as to the validity of any of your acts.
As one individual.
As one individual.
Like this?
Something like that.
Well, can we take our friends with us and give them places among the court?
Undoubtedly. That's always done.
Well, I'm convinced.
So am I.
The sooner we're off, the better.
We'll just run home and pack up a few things.
No, stop! Stop! That won't do at all. Ladies are not admitted.
What?
Not admitted. Not at present. Afterwards, perhaps. We'll see.
You don't mean to say you're going to separate us from our wives?
Only for a time. A few months. I think I've got my line wrong there.
What do you mean to say? No, not admitted, not present afterwards. Perhaps we'll
I was
see.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, afterwards, perhaps. We'll see.
But we've only been married half an hour.
I gave you the wrong line. I'm sorry, Peter. Your last line on that dialogue is, "This is very awkward. Only for a time, a few months. After all, what is a few months?"
Oh, this is very awkward. Only for a time. A few months. After all, what is a few months?
But we've only been married
No, but-
half an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then it goes into music.
Right.